warm-ups. Let's just do it, right? Let's just do some drawing warm-ups. I got my coffee, beautiful coffee in a Mexican mug. It's huge, isn't it? All right, let's do some lines. Join me, if you will, because this is the thing that's going to make the difference in your life. I mean, it's a piece of it, right? There's a lot of things that make differences in our lives, right? And I don't want to be presumptuous to say that the only thing you have going for you is your continuous line. I should just speak for myself. My continuous line is the only thing I have going for myself. I'll admit it. I have no shame. I mean, honestly, that's not true. But I do put an extraordinarily, hi, Donna. Good, glad to hear it. Keep lining along with me. Those of you that do follow me know that I do put an extraordinarily, did I say that right? Did I get all the syllables? Extraordinarily large amount of focus on continuous line. You know why? Because I love to draw, and my drawing gets better when I practice my continuous line. And I know it's true for others. Donna, I don't know if you're still in Amsterdam, but I saw the breakthrough, and even just what you've shared with me, your breakthrough of like how you kind of were stuck in fear. I'm not going to share your story, but you told me that you were kind of stuck in fear of like, I can't do this. I don't know. I'm just not, can't do the drawing thing. And then you started practicing the continuous line, and whoa, the skies opened up, the angels appeared. And you were just in Amsterdam. I don't know, maybe you're still there. But drawing like a champ, drawing buildings, drawing perspective, sidewalks, people, the whole, in Amsterdam, that's no small feat. I was there. The bicycles alone, it was just, my head was spinning. But a great city to draw indeed. You know, I think that could be said about any city or town, right? It's not just urban places, it's rural as well. All you folks out there on the farm, join in. I'm a farm girl. Before I became a full-time artist, I was working on the farm. I mean, it wasn't like, it was a little bit different. I joined in there later in life, and I took over my ex-husband's cattle ranch and turned it into a grass-fed beef operation. There's not a lot of people that have cattle ranches at their disposal, right? So it was kind of like one of these magical, surreal things. And I was quite passionate about it, right? Working with a cattle ranch there in San Miguel de Allende. But all the while I was drawing. I was drawing a little bit here and there where I could. Didn't draw many cows. Because when you're working on a ranch, if you're drawing cows, other farmers and people working there looking like, oh, look at how nice that you're able to draw, right? So you had to be a little bit mindful about your activity, my activities. How'd I get on the farm so quickly? I was just here in Guanajuato, and then all of a sudden I was transported to the farm. Oh, maybe I was saying that this is something that you haven't had to have be doing for your whole life, right? I kind of picked up the drawing. I did a lot of drawing as a child, as a young girl, and something happened. I think it was around freshman year of high school. My brother got all the attention, and I had very low self-esteem, right? So my brother getting all the attention, and I just felt like it wasn't worth it, right? I'm not good, it wasn't worth it. So I put down the pen, actually I think the pencil, until my mother passed. That's really, I dabbled a little bit. I more did like copying, I think. I kind of looking back, I think I just copied things. But then when my mom passed, and when she said to me, I wish I had been nicer to you, it was part of my path that I had to reconnect with my drawing, right? And ever since she passed, I've been drawing ever since. To honor her and honor me, right? Because I feel better when I draw. It's my medicine. I know it makes some people anxious, and some people wouldn't dream of drawing to make themselves feel better, right? Like for some people, it's an anxiety-provoking activity. But there's something else for them, right? Drawing is not for everyone, but for those who have it, found it, work it, love it, share it, Sleep it, breathe it. Oh, that's me. I don't know, it's my medicine and I love it. I can already tell. I'm kind of doing the same pattern here with my lines, but it's already kicked my brain into a state of like, you got this, babe. I'm talking to myself because I can't say guys anymore and I can't say man. I'm here with Ugo and I must have called him man like 800 times, which cracks me up. I wonder if it's okay to say man. I was just in San Francisco and I couldn't say guy. Not that I couldn't say guy, I was being called out for saying guy too much. Hey guys. Hey guys, what are you doing? Okay guys, let's come over here. Like as I was teaching in a workshop, right? But in San Francisco, you can't say hey guys. Can you say hey guys if they're all guys? So I'm just trying to be mindful because I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be ignorant. I don't want to cause injury or harm or be offensive, right? I mean, some people like that shtick. Not me. No sirree. Oh, can I say no sirree? I'm going to have a sip of coffee because I can't stand this anymore. All the rules. No, that's not true. It's not that hard. Actually, I'm having quite fun with it. Ugo told me yesterday some of my videos are very long. I was like, oh, you actually watch them? I do plenty of short videos over there on the Instagram where everything can't be more than 6 seconds because everyone has the attention span of a gnat. And as soon as you produce one, they want you to post another one. But in this forum, this is the long form video, which I think is important in this day and age because everything is so fast moving, right? And there's a lot of these drawing reels are like 15 seconds. And, you know, oftentimes, almost every time, artists work much longer than 15 seconds on a drawing. I mean, maybe just 15 minutes, but still, when things get condensed into a few seconds, you know, do you miss the blood, sweat, and tears? I mean, I don't because I do it, but sometimes in those condensed videos, you know, it gets reduced, right? It looks very easy, and oftentimes it's so simplified, it looks so easy, right? When artists are really putting their hearts and souls into their work. Not always, but so anyways, this forum is for drawing with me and to sort of get you in the practice of doing these line warm-ups because these are super easy to forget. I forgot them like for the first year. They're just easy to forget. That's not like anyone saying, hey, in order to get ahead in life, well, I guess I am. To get ahead in life, you have to do these lines, right? But it's not pressing like getting to church. That's what that's for. Time to get to church. I think I'll have a sip of coffee. Isn't that pretty? All the way, Ugo knows the whole rundown of like what the bells mean. But it's literally get your buns to church, sinners. You sinners better get your buns to church. It's not over. Nothing is over. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, easy to forget, but powerful to adhere to, right? And that is my mission and that is my message to just, and it's good for people of any drawing level, right? Like if you've been drawing for 1,000 years, this is a great thing to incorporate, right? It helps mix things up a little bit and it makes you a little bit looser, I think. And having been a workshop organizer, producer, host, instructor with watercolors and urban sketching and travel sketching and continuous line urban sketching, the number one thing I hear from artists who come on workshops are like, I want to be looser. I don't want to be so tight. I don't want to be so dry. I don't want it to look so flat. I want life in my drawings. I don't want to be so tight. And the tightness is just fear, right? Fear of making a mistake. Fear of like especially in the world of urban sketching, where it's like, oh, I'm here to draw this building with those windows and that car in front, or whatever it is, right? And so there's this sense of like, you got to draw the thing exactly, but that's not true. I mean, there's lots of room for interpretation, right? But first you got to kind of learn the rules, right? Learn the rules of perspective and drawing and how to draw. It takes time. It's nothing to sneeze at, learning to draw. I promise. I mean, there's this whole notion of like, kids make art and isn't that adorable? But if you get older and you're like drawing, are like, oh, what are you wasting your time? That's a kid's thing, right? Oh, isn't that? Oh, I've had people say, oh, you're that one that does those little drawings, right? I'm like, yeah, I do those little drawings. I do those little drawings, and I'm quite proud of my little drawings, right? Sometimes I do big drawings. I'm going to start doing bigger drawings, too. I've got a whole workspace here. I'm going to start doing some big continuous lines. I'm super excited. And then I'm going to do murals. Okay, honestly, the coffee just kicked into my head, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do the whole world in continuous line. Why not? Continuous line is going to save the world. Somebody said to me, you know, you might want to pull back on all that, you know, continuous line is going to save the world. And I'm like, I believe it is. I believe it's going to save my world. And so I'm not going to like make you comfortable by not sharing my belief. Huh, how about that? You got to go with your own magic, right? You got to go with your own magic. And there will be people that try to stop you with your magic. Whatever your magic is. This is my magic. It doesn't have to be your magic. But whatever your magic is, don't let the naysayers stop you. Don't let the people say that like, yeah, you can't be a part of this group. We don't want you in our group. Go be in your own group. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing party of one. Party of one. Megan Burns. You all are probably like, what the heck is she talking about? I'm just having a continuous line conversation. And that means the unraveling of chaos, the unraveling of thoughts, so that I'm free to move ahead and proceed with my day and do the things I need to do. I've got a group of 7 arriving tomorrow. Marty, Ugo, and I are here today, getting the place prepped and ready for our guests. We're going to be doing paper mache and printmaking and happy hours and urban sketching, right? So there will be a day of organization and preparing, but so I do my drawing lines so that, hi Bobby, hi Stephanie. I do my line warm-ups. It's sort of like I'm sure many of you are familiar with Julia Cameron and her morning pages, right? I used to do the morning pages. I've done the Artist Way a couple times. Super helpful, to help you get clear on who the heck you are. And I think in 2023, I think we all need a dose of like a course of who the heck am I, right? Because so many things have changed. The whole world is different, right? And it seems like we're on a course of extreme change, right? And so that begs the question, who am I? What am I going to do? How do I fit into this world? What am I going to do to like manage in this different world? And for me, these morning lines kind of dump the chaos out, go dump the confusion. Not always, it doesn't solve all my problems, but it helps me to solve my problems. It helps me to solve my problems because it calms me down. I mean, that may not look like it right now because I'm all fired up. But it does. It centers me, it calms me, and I'm like, oh, I can think a little bit better now. I can think about what I'm doing, the task I have ahead, right? And we all have tasks ahead, right? Figuring out how we're going to do the thing we got to do. How am I going to manage with this person? How am I going to manage with this thing, with this money, with this job, with this relationship, whatever it is. We all have to figure out how to manage it, right? And I honestly believe that doing lines, not naughty lines, continuous lines helps you get centered, helps clear out the clutter, helps helps me be a better person. I almost cried thinking about that, because I really do. I really think that this helps me to be a better person in this world, because it calms me down. It's a mission. I want to share it with my community. I know that, I don't know what everyone is struggling with, but I know everyone has something. And I feel like by doing this, it can help everyone manage through whatever you got to manage through, right? So that's why I get so fired up about it. It coincides with that first cup of coffee, so that gets me all fired up too. It's delicious coffee, by the way. So here in Guanajuato, one thing that I've been avoiding for years, because I went years ago and it was very heavy, is the mummies. Guanajuato is known for their mummies, who are very oddly preserved. That's all I'll say. But they're not mummies wrapped in like mummy cloth. They're in states. They look like they just died. And I went once and it was pretty heavy, right? I was like, I'm not going there again. I'm going there today, because I'm bringing groups. I want to bring groups of sketchers here. And it's an interesting thing to sketch. You know why? Because they're not anatomically correct. They're not like stiff people. They're people in pose of dying. Do I say that? I don't know. I haven't been there in so long. So that's what I'm going to run up and do this morning before I have to get back and do all my chores. I have chores to do. So I'm going to go see the Momias de Guanajuato. And so I'll be sharing those continuous line drawings of the mummies. All right, I'm doing 3 layers of lines because it feels good. I feel like there's something under my book here. I feel like there's a P at the... Oh, it's just on the table. It's a little thing on the table. That's all right. This is not about perfect lines. It's not about being straight. It is about taking the time to do this. I suggest don't race through this portion. I don't have a lot of rules about continuous line, but with the warm-up, try to keep your pen on the page as long as you can. I mean, I stop and take a sip of coffee because it's, I'm a human being. But with doing the warm-ups, be intentional. Be intentional. It's not a race. And honestly, the more you're like intentional about it, the more you can get a little bit more precise with your lines. See, and it just calmed me down. I just clicked into this state of like, okay, this is all right. This is gonna be okay. I don't know if the world's gonna be okay, but I'm gonna be okay. Even if I'm not, I'm gonna be okay. All right. Finish big with a heart. The heart is to remind myself to go easy on myself, go easy on others. We all are dealing with things. You never know how stressed out people are. So just go easy. Be kind, keep breathing, go easy. There we go. Oh, and the sun is coming in. There we go. Finish big with a heart. Let me see. Well, yeah, there we go. Finish big. I mean, finish big with a heart is like my thing, and you're welcome to use it because I think it makes people feel better. But do your lines however you do your lines, right? Okay, I think it's Monday morning, isn't it? It's Monday morning. I'm here in Guanajuato. I'm gonna be hi Linda Houston, Stephanie, Bobby. I'm going to be here all week with the Art Retreat Guanajuato, and I'll share with you the things I create, right? Have a great day, everyone, and keep sharing your drawings, okay? Keep up with the continuous line. Bye. Peace out.